We have the world's largest hedge fund manager saying that the dollar is losing its reserve currency status. And he goes into the details of this and explaining how he's basically watched China over the past 34 years do something unprecedented. And what this guy does is he studies countries and he sees what makes them succeed and what makes them fail. And what he is stating here is something has happened, a very impressive result showing that there has been a massive shift. And as he states, it has made it the greatest economic miracle ever. Now, maybe some of you are not aware how the Rothschilds came in and their connections with Mao all the way back to that point in time. Well, today Xi Jinping is the one that's locking down the power in China. And he has said that he's going to be the emperor for life, so to speak. He's going to be in power till he's gone. And you can see by these charts exactly what China's done since 78 to 2018. And the numbers are pretty crazy here. When you look at the poverty line, population below the poverty line, what they've done, 83% or 88% in 78, down to 1.4%. Average years of education has grown. Literacy, life expectancy. And he sees China as globally making a shift here to basically take over on the world stage. He looks at these key factors of innovation, competitiveness, domestic output, the share of world trade, financial center size and power, military strength, and the reserve currency status. What's interesting here is when you go back through time, you can see the U.S. here, right here, is coming off of a peak where it took hundreds of years for these things to go into motion with different countries. And you can see where China had a lot of world power at one point, either one or number two, and then they fell off. You can see where Great Britain had power, and then it slumped over. And then here, the United States, you can see the same thing. And right as it's heading downhill, we have China coming uphill. So we're heading toward a crossroads. This guy sees it. He's looking at all the stuff going on with this phallus of a trade war and all the world leaders selling us out. He's seeing that China is positioned to rise and that they are the country that has the currency in the IMF basket that will rise if the dollar falls. So I've said this forever. The Chinese do not want dollars. They want gold, not dollars. And when they back all their contracts in their renminbi or their yuan in gold and the US dollar falls, that will be a global game changer. I can't stress to you enough, it is the freedoms of Americans that some of these people behind the curtain do not like. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what they want to see gone. At the end of the day, they love a mentality of Xi Jinping and how he controls the people in China. They would love that. Have you seen what they've done with the colonization of Africa without firing a single shot? Taking over ports around the globe? You have to ask yourself, what happens if the lights ever do go out in America? Will down go the dollar, the economy, and everything else? And they'll send in the blue helmets to help, right? And guess who a majority of them will be? Chinese. Writing's on the wall. It's just most people want to turn a cheek to it. It's your choice. Face the fire. Have a plan. See what's going on out here. Or turn a cheek. It'll all catch up to you one way or another if you keep on turning that cheek. If you turn it enough, you're going to be facing the situation again. And it's going to be in a different light than you like because you didn't prepare. I'm trying to tell folks, There's something going on here globally. I hope you see it. You better quit falling into these illusions, these puppet shows, left-right paradigm, Hegelian dialect, illusion of choice. And you better see that there's a powerful group of people out here from a bunch of different countries that have deals going on behind the curtain that are greater than what most people realize. Anyhow, this is the thought process coming from the world's largest hedge fund manager and where he says it's going. So add that to everything else that we've talked about here that goes down the same path. It's been Dabu7.